Okay, once you have your homepage dashboard configured with the modules in place that you prefer and your profile is set up the way you want, one of the things you might like to do is import your contact lists, your lead lists, your account lists, or the businesses that you work with, and maybe your opportunities and projects and targets and various things that you have going on that you want to bring into SuiteCRM. And so that's what this video will be about. We're going to import a short leads list to demonstrate the process. What we want to do is go to the leads module to import leads, or go to, well, if we went to the accounts module, we'd import businesses that we work with. Contacts are the individuals that we know and we'll have in the program. Leads would be what we're going to work on today. Another way to get at these would be from any of these drop-down lists on the menu bar where we see leads. So we can go to it this way as well. We have a few leads in place in the system already. If we want to create a lead, we can do that by creating or clicking on Create Lead here in the upper left of the screen, or we can come over to the Create button. The drop-down menu has Create Leads. We do the same here. We'll just click on it so you can see what this looks like. This brings in a wide open field for us to just go in and manually enter a lead if that's what you want to do. But what we're going to do is import a lead. And so the last item on the list here is import leads. We're going to click on that. It brings us to step one of uploading an import file. What we're going to do is we browse to our computer to find the list. Now, I've got a CSV file set up on my desktop that we'll use. We'll bring in and create new records only with this. You do have the ability to bring in a list and it can update existing records if you already have those in. It treats it a little bit differently. But this is going to be a short batch of new leads that we'll bring in. Click on Next, and it shows you the fields that are in the list that you're going to bring in. Okay, so if we scroll down so that we can proceed, you can view import file properties here. It basically tells you what kind of a list you're working with and what the date format is of it. This is not a Salesforce file and it's not a Microsoft Outlook file. It's an Excel file. So I'm going to select None here. And now we map the fields. Most lists usually come with a line at the top that has, the company name, the name of the executive, first name, last name, their title, and on down the list. Well, you want to match that up to the fields within the leads in SuiteCRM. As we mentioned earlier, SuiteCRM doesn't refer to company name, it refers to companies by account name. So we'd have to match that field. Select from the drop-down menu and click Account Name, and then that will be matched up. First name, last name, this is fine. Job title. This list has two titles for the individuals on the list. The second one is the one that it filled out. It says executive title. So we're going to change this to not map that field, but we'll map this one to job title down here. And let's see if there are others. Oh, yes, there are. Okay. In the address, in SuiteCRM, you'll have two address boxes for leads and contacts. One is an alternative address in case they have a second office someplace around the country. But the one you're going to use probably is the primary address. And so for city, this list name is city. We're going to put primary address city to match that, and then we'll do primary address state. Slide down here, primary address state. Next one, primary address. It's a postal code in SuiteCRM. All right, so those are matched up. We don't have 4, but then they didn't supply us any information with that. County, we don't have county in SuiteCRM. It'd be up to you. We could create that. Maybe we'll do that in the create fields and create drop-down menus. This might be something that we'll do to add to the leads module, but you might put it over here if that's something that you want. I'm not that concerned about that. Let's see, phone number. This has interesting. Phone number combined. Well, that doesn't match with SuiteCRM. If we slide down to phone number, it's office phone. They don't have mobile phone on this list. Company SIC description. This is a roofing contractor. So I'm going to put that under account description to describe what kind of business they're in. And I think we've matched up all the fields that matter. The year they appeared in the SIC directory, I'm not concerned about having that. The metro area, I've got their address as Phoenix. That tells me enough. So this doesn't have a lot of detail here. Okay, you can have some lists that have revenue figures for the company, how many employees there are, several different subdivisions of the SIC code. Well, we can look at the drop-down menu. You can see the number of fields there are for us in the leads module. It seems like quite a few already. If we wanted to create fields for things like numbers of employees and add it to this, it would not be difficult, or revenue stream for the business. That's something that we'll do in a subsequent video, but that does not show up in the default leads module. Okay, so we have the fields matched up. We'll click next. What we want to search for here is possible duplicates, and you're able to do that by account name. Make sure that the company isn't duplicated. The last name of the executive on the list. You just grab those names and bring them back and forth. I'm just going to do it by account name. Now you click Import Now. It's importing the records, and there they are. We had 9 records on the list. There was 1 duplicate found. I think the duplicate was the last name Jones. We already had a Jones in the leads database, so now we'll have a couple of them. All right, but it just alerts us that there was a duplicate there. If what we want to do is check out the leads, we can click here to view all of the leads now after they've been imported, and that will take us to our complete list of leads. Oh, this is interesting. It brought in the title bar on the spreadsheet. First name, last name, company name. So this is something I don't need in here at all. To get rid of it, I click on that, come up here and select bulk action and delete. Yes, I do want to delete it. And it is gone. And there is the short list of leads. Now you can see all of the new ones are the ones that we just imported. And if we want, we can arrange by new and by assigned by clicking on the status bar here, and you can see it categorizes them accordingly. Or if we want to make it alphabetically, we can click on name, and now we've got alphabetical by last name. We could do the same by account name. If these are highlighted, you're able to come in and organize your data by clicking on these menu items. Okay, so we've brought in that list of leads. Please continue to look at other videos on our CRM Junction YouTube channel for how to optimize the use of SuiteCRM.